Fact Language Academy. My name is Dilshad. So all my social media accounts are with this username, Dilshad ENG. Yeah, connected speech. What is connected speech? Connected speech means all the things that we've talked about in the last 2 weeks. When we join our speech, or when we want to have a fast speech English, or when we want to talk fast, when we want to talk fluently, confidently, we mostly link words together. We link like sentences, sounds. How this happens? Through connected speech. And one of the very important elements of connected speech is elision. And elision, some people sound it as elision, but in most of the videos, most natives say elision with sh sound. So elision means what? It means the process of deleting a sound, or in what? In a word, in a phrase, or a sentence. So we have a word, one sound, or even sometimes one syllable is not sounded. They will delete it. Or we have a sentence, when we link, one word will be missed. Okay, we link them, one sound, sorry, one sound will be missed. We do not pronounce the sound. And mostly elision, and we also have assimilation, which is next week we will talk about. Elision is all about, most of the time, te and de sounds. But before we start our lesson, I want to tell you guys something. Is my voice clear? If somebody answer.
Yes, teacher, your voice clear.
Great, great, great. Thank you, Mr. Ali. Thank you. So when we talk about connected speech, it is all about sounds, what we hear, guys. It is not about what we see, as previously we talked about. Like, it's spelled like this, L-I-K-E, word like. E is at the end of the word. We see E, but we do not pronounce it. So we are dealing with the sound. So when we saying, when a word ends with a consonant sound, it means the sound at the end is a consonant, not a letter. Because sometimes we have letter E at the end and we do not pronounce it. So it means what? We don't have E at the end as a sound. It's only as a letter. So remember that elision is the process of deleting a sound in a word, phrase, or a sentence. For example, we say te and de sounds. Assimilation, which is another aspect of collective speech, we will talk about next week. Assimilation is about changing sounds, but elision, deleting sounds. One sound will be deleted or missed. So yeah, examples. The first rule for elision is when te and de sounds come between two same sounds. So when te and de sound, they come in a word, or let's say in a phrase, in a sentence, the sound that comes before te or de is the same sound that comes after them. The sound that comes before them. Look at last summer. What do we have? So we're talking about what? Te. Te sound. Te. Okay? Don't forget, sometimes we have th, so it will be te sound, like thanks, things. Te. When it becomes te sound, th, it does not apply this rule. So you have to focus on the sound, not what you see. So te, what do we have before te? We have se sound, se sound. And after te, what do we have? Again, se sound, se sound. So we said our rule is what? If what comes before te is the same sound that comes after te, we do not sound this te. We do not sound this te or de. Again, look at this. We have de sound here. Okay, stand, de sound. What is before te? What's before de? Sorry, it is ne sound, ne. And what is after de sound? Again, ne. So They are the same. So we do not pronounce T and the sound. And last week, or let's say in previous class, if you remember, we said when two same sounds following each other, we sound them as one single sound. We sound them as one single sound. Okay? For example, if we have two T following each other, we sound them as one T. If we have two, like we said, must to, okay? If I just come here, must to. Two T following each other, we say must T. One T will be sounded. One T will be sounded. So it was about previous week, okay? So I want someone to read these examples before I read it. So we see, before we now we explained all the rule. So I want somebody to read these two examples, then we will discuss together what is the rule and what we did and how do we sound after we apply the rule. Barin Mahmoud raised her hand. You see these, right? Why here? I cannot see. Yes, just like this. Barin raised her hand. Oops, what happened to this? Let's stop sharing. See all the people. Okay, Miss Barin here. We go unmute her. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Dilshad.
Hello, Miss Barin. How are you? So yeah, here is the example. Here is the example. So let's go for the first one. We have two words.
Yes.
Last and we have summer. Last
Yeah.
and summer. How do we pronounce when they come together? Or let's say, how do we sound when they both come together?
Well, it will be last summer. Last summer.
Last
The T.
summer. Very good. Excellent. So go on.
It will be last summer, and the second one it will be stand next. Stand
Excellent.
next.
So what did we do if we explain to our friends?
Yes. The first one we have a sound T, and it's
Very
between two sound is. It will be deleting. So when we read it, we will not pronounce it.
How do you read it?
Last summer.
Last summer. Excellent. Very good. And I believe you were here last week, right?
Yeah.
So we said what? We said when two sounds following each other, we sound them as one, right? Last summer. Only one S. We do not say last summer. No, only as one single word. Excellent. Very good, Barin. Thank you so much. We say what? Last
Thank you.
summer. Thank you. Last
Yeah.
summer.
I got it.
Yeah,
Thank
as
you.
one single word. Thank you so much. So, guys,
Thank you.
as Miss Barin explained, so we have T sound and it is between two S sounds. So we do not pronounce the T sound. It will be what? Last summer. Last summer. You will say only one S. Why? Because they are the same. Last week we said when a word ends with a sound and the next word starts with the same sound, we pronounce the two sounds as one single sound, like as if it is like this. See, last summer, last summer. But you have to strong the se. Last summer, last summer, last summer. Okay, guys. So, however, Miss Barin explained the second example too, but I want somebody else to go for the example number 2. Another one. Who would love to read example number 2? Come on, guys. We need somebody volunteer to read the example 2. Stand. And next, how do you read it?
Yes, teacher, I'm ready to read it.
Very good, Mr. Ali. Great. So go
Yes,
for example, go for example 2 and explain for us what did you do and how it will be pronounced after we apply the sound. So now we have two words. What are they? Stand next. Okay?
Next.
Yeah.
Uh,
Explain to our friends.
if I try, stand next.
Again.
Stand next.
Stand next.
Next.
Uh,
Stand next.
Excellent. Very good. We have a problem with our friend Haval. Rasul says, I can't hear you. What's wrong with my app? I don't know. Guys, Mr. Ali, is my voice clear?
Yes, I hear you now.
Very
Good
good.
work. Very
Only
good.
Mr. Haval is not hearing. I don't know. I'm sorry, my dear. Maybe there is something wrong with your app. Just try again. Okay, Mr. Ali, sorry for interruption. So what did you do? Explain for us.
Uh, when two words, those are consonants follow each other, we pronounce a single word.
Single sound. Very good. Excellent, Mr. Ali. Thank you
Single
so much.
sound. Yes.
Thank you. So we have the sound. Before the, what do we have? Ne sound. Ne sound. After the, what do we have? Ne sound again. So what do? We go like this. Stand next. Remember, guys, you have to say the ne sound strongly. Stand next. You see? You block your mouth. Stand next. Stand next. And you can also do not pronounce the t at the end. Stand next. Stand next. Even if you say stand next, okay, but you can say what? Stand next. Stand next. Because t, most of the time, t at the end will not be pronounced. But it's like this. Stand next. Stand next. Stand next. You see? Stand next. Sometimes we even don't know what's a word stand next. But if it is within a context, when you're talking to somebody, then you will get what does exactly this word means. So that's why sometimes when we listen, when we are watching movies, we listen, we are hearing some words that we do not exactly know how they sounded. You also check the sound in your dictionaries, but you cannot find it. Why? Because they sound them differently than it has written or than they are academically. Because this connected speech, however, it is an academic way because we have studied, you will study, and I have studied at university, how do we use them? But when we are reading something, guys, it is good that I mentioned reading. Again, if you want to really, really get these things automatically, or let's say without paying too much attention to them, you will sound them automatically. It becomes something natural to you and to your English. You have to apply these steps when you are reading something. For example, when you are reading a book, when you are reading your friends' posts on social media, when you see two sounds in two different words following each other, you have to sound them as one while you are reading for yourself. Because when you do it, it becomes something natural to your English or to your mouth, something unintentionally comes out at your mouth. Because when we speak, we cannot focus on these things. I understand so many students said, teacher, what you are saying is great. But when I'm speaking like with a friend or with another teacher. I cannot think of that I have de or te at the end or other rules. I have te at the end. I cannot think of what I have before and what I have after because I am too busy thinking of what to say. So in order to get rid of this problem, we have to practice when we are reading. And when we practice during our reading, it becomes something natural to our speaking. Whenever we see it, we sound it at once. Stand next. They will be both together, will be sounded as stand next. Yeah. Oh, why this happens. Yeah, so we go for the next rule. Another way, or let's say another rule for assimilation, or let's say, sorry, for elision, when t and d sound are coming between two consonant sounds. When they are coming between two consonant sounds. T and d coming between two consonant sounds. And to know what is consonant sound, let me show you vowel sounds. These are vowel sounds. We have like 20 to 24 vowel sounds, but they are all combined with these three letters: I, E, O. So U, E, O, A, I, these are 5 vowel letters. And all the vowel sounds are coming from these 5 letters. But sometimes we have these 5 letters, but we do not pronounce them. We do not sound them, like we explained it with the word like. You see, we have E at the end, but we are not pronouncing it. So the rule is when T and D sounds, aka means what? Means when they come, when they show. When they come or when they show between the two consonant sounds, we do not pronounce them. When they come between two consonant sounds, we do not pronounce them. So before I explain it, I want somebody to read these 3 examples for me. And we will see how you guys are pronouncing. And don't worry if you do a mistake. We are here to learn. Me and you both together, learning things from each other, because when you are asking things, I'm learning something. At least I'm learning how to answer a question. So we both have to make mistakes in order to learn from each other. So I want somebody, without feeling shy, coming and reading these 3 examples for me, and we will say where we have problem and how do we correct our problem. You see, these are the 3 examples. Who would love to read these 3 examples? I want somebody new. We have Tishiniga, we have Isra. Yeah. Who else wants to read? Tishiniga. Tisha, let's give more.
Yeah. Well,
time.
actually, I want to give my chance to someone else. Okay.
Okay, we go
That's it.
for.
I'm not talking.
We go. Okay, thank you so much. We go for
You're
Miss.
welcome.
We go for Isra. Unmute. Why she's not unmute? Come on, Isra. You can unmute yourself. Why? Yeah, great. So.
Okay, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to my class. So.
Thank you so much.
I just want you to read these 3 examples, okay?
Okay, okay.
So after you read, we will discuss, me and you together, how we can correct.
Okay.
If you might already know it, but if you have a problem, how do we correct it, okay?
Okay, all right. Yeah, the first one, handsome.
Again, please.
Handsome.
Handsome, okay.
The second one, friendship. Friendship. The next one, next place. Next place.
Next place. Again, read for us one more time.
Okay. Handsome. Handsome.
Okay.
Friendship. Friendship. Next place. Next place.
Excellent. So stay with me. Do not mute yourself, okay?
Okay.
So what is the rule? When T and D sounds occur between two consonant sounds, we do not pronounce them. In the word, in the first one, what do we have? Which sound? T or D sound?
we have this sound, as you said, that if you have t and when they come between two consonant sounds, we do not pronounce them,
Excellent.
like
Very good.
handsome.
Like. Excellent. Very good. So
Yeah.
we have ne sound and se sound and this sound
Yeah.
between them. So
Yeah.
we will pronounce it as, can you read this time for me?
Yeah, handsome without d. We do
Without
not
D.
pronounce
Excellent.
them.
Very good.
Yeah.
Handsome. Handsome.
Yeah.
We do not pronounce this sound because it is between two consonant sounds.
Consonant sounds.
Very
Yeah.
good. Excellent. Thank you so much. We go for
Thank you for it.
example number 2. Who wants to read example number 2? Or let's say, well, let's not. I don't believe that we got too much time because I have an activity too. So again, we have what? The sound, right? The sound. It is between two consonant sounds, ne and she. She. SH together. It's a she sound. We do not say friend. We do not say friendship. We will say friendship. Friendship without the sound. Guys, look at the difference. Friendship. Friendship. Let's mute our friends. Who's on mute? Yeah, one. Okay, great. So yeah. Well, look at the differences. Sorry. Friendship. Most of the people reading like this. Friendship. But when you apply this rule, you will say friendship. Friendship. Without the between them. And the last one. Next, please. Next, please. You see, we are pronouncing t sound at the end of t. Next, please. But if you want to apply this rule, you will say next, please. Next, please. You see, next, please. Without t sound. Next, please. This helps you to sound like more fluent or to speak faster. To speak faster. Next, please. Without t sound. It's like this. Next, please. Next, please. Not t. Do not say next, please. Next, please. You don't need to stop between the two words. You just say next, please. Next, please. Okay, guys? Next, please. Not t in this phrase. So, this is the last one, and it is an activity. I want all of you to practice. You got a quiz. Identify the silent t and the sounds. I gave you 6 examples. Okay? You have to tell me just by letters. You, for example, you will tell me, teacher, A, B, C, we do not pronounce t or d. But D, E, F, we pronounce them. For example, you will just tell me which ones are not pronounced. Identify the silent t, d sounds. I want all of you to participate in this one, guys. I would really appreciate your participation. Each one of you, and if you don't want, that's fine, but I would love if you practice with me. You just tell me, Teacher Dilshad, for example, my answer is A, B, C. It means this A, B, C, T and D sounds are not pronounced. T and D sounds in which one are not pronounced? You will just give me the letters. Or I believe at school they say circle the correct answer. You will just tell me A, B, C. For example, it is not A, B, C, guys. You will just tell me, for example, A, F. These two letters are, or let's say these two options, we do not pronounce them. So yeah. Who would love to start first? I will unmute all of you so you can, guys, participate. Just do not talk all together because your sounds will be mixed. So yeah, whoever wants, just unmute yourself and you can tell me which ones are the correct ones. We have 6 examples. Just tell me in which ones we do not pronounce the sound.
Hello.
Hello?
Uh,
Who's
uh,
speaking?
Shadi.
Shadi.
I'm
Okay.
Shadi.
Okay. Yeah, go on.
A and
A.
do not pronounce or
A
silent.
and D.
A.
Okay, which ones are not pronounced? Just tell me. A.
The A.
A.
D are not pronounced.
Very
And over in D.
Okay, in D. Do we pronounce in the word restless? I will not say the correct pronunciation, guys. Restless?
Restless.
Do we pronounce it or not? D.
Not pronounced.
No
T.
pronounced T. Okay. We do not pronounce the sound T in option D. Very good. Which one else?
And set up A and let me.
Okay, you can come back again. You can come back again and tell us which ones. Okay, we'll give you more.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who would love? Isra, raise their hand out, but I don't know if she wants to speak or it is this resigning from previous one or not. Let's go. I believe nobody wants to participate, right, guys?
Can I answer the question?
Sure, of course.
Okay.
With us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just want to read all of them. I don't want to choose one of them. I just want to read, okay?
Okay.
Well, like, if I just read it by British accent, like
no
it's
problem.
my idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it by American accent, okay?
Whatever you want.
Okay. So the first one is boat line. Identify. Hand over. Restless. I must go. Set up your tent. That is my reading for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So,
you're welcome.
Who else wants? Nobody else?
Yes, teacher, I'm ready.
Okay, Mr. Ali. Mr. Ali, we go. Why it's not? Okay, yalla. Mr. Ali, now tell me, which ones we do not pronounce te or de sounds?
The first one is not pronounced D. Ball
First
line.
one, excellent, very good. First one, we should not pronounce de.
Yes.
Okay.
The second one is D. T is not pronounced. Restless.
Which? It is B. Identify. Which one?
Identify.
Do we pronounce them or not?
We pronounce all it.
Very good. Okay. So B, you believe that it does not apply our rule. Very good. C,
yes, I believe that.
Excellent. Very good. C, do you pronounce this sound or not?
Imagine it pronounced.
We pronounced
hand over. It is not pronounced in reality, according to me.
You believe that de is not pronounced.
Hand over. I can't pronounce. I can't imagine that.
Oh, okay. Very good. D.
D. T is not pronounced. Restless.
Very good. Very good. Restless. Very good. E.
Let's go. Yes, also T is not pronouncing. I must go.
I must go. Very good. F.
F is the pronouncing. Set up your tent.
Do we have any T or D sound unpronounced or not?
You mean F?
We have listen, we have 4 words. Set up your tent. Do we pronounce T all the T's? We don't have D. Do we pronounce all the T's or not?
According to me, we pronounce all.
We pronounce all. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ali, for your participation as always.
Yeah.
Who else wants to?
Oh, excuse me if I.
Okay. You want? I believe Mr. Shakhan says that my voice is not clear. I don't know. Maybe you guys have problem because others are hearing me. Okay, Mr. Ali, you wanted to add something?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
So I don't want to add something, but my speaking English or it's no strong, teacher. So don't surprise me if I do wrong.
No. Your English is pretty good because when you are talking, we understand, and this is the main point. When you want somebody to understand you, and we are understanding you, so it means your English is pretty good. Okay?
Yes. I can understand you, but to answer your speech also sometimes it's difficult for me because my English is no good. But I'm
Yeah.
going next few months or days to improve my speaking English, my English speaking, inshallah.
Very good, very good. Inshallah, your English is good, and this course is for those who are not very good. So all of us are not very, very good because we are not natives. We are here to learn, and this is a very important point. When we know something is missing, we try to make it better. And thank you so much. Anybody else wants to read them or give us answers? If not, we are running out of time.
ليه ده قوي تقول
Mr. Shahran,
هو كم ده مش سنة كده
hear
بس
me?
مش سنة كده
Nothing. That's it. Nobody else wants to answer. Okay, anyway, guys. So now I will tell you which ones we pronounce te and de and which ones we do not pronounce them. Okay? Ball line. Ball line. Wait, just let me mute someone who's speaking. Okay, yeah, thank you. So, first one, ball line. Ball line. Do not pronounce de because it is between 2 le sounds. It is between 2 consonant sounds. So this one, we pronounce it. We do not pronounce it, sorry. This one, we do not pronounce it. Oh, if we read it British way, not American way as teacher Niga read it. And she taught us something new. Now you guys know the American accent way of reading these words or sentences and the British one that I'm going to read them. Identify, identify. So we read both te and de sounds. Why? Because none of them are coming between 2 consonant sounds. We have E sound, again we have E sound. We pronounce them. B is not the correct answer, or we do not identify B. Why? Because te and de sounds are not coming between 2 consonant sounds. Hand over, we read it as handover, handover, handover. We read the sound. Why? Because what comes after D is a vowel. We said both must be consonant sound. So C does not apply. Restless, restless, restless. Okay? We do not pronounce te sound. Why? Because it is between 2 consonant sounds. Very good. I must go. I must go. I must go. I must go. We do not pronounce t sound. Set up your tent. Set up your tent. Set up your tent. We pronounce all of them because none of them are coming between two consonant sounds. And so, thank you so much, guys, for your attention and participation in my class. I hope you found it beneficial and you got some benefit from it. These are my social media platform accounts. You can go to my YouTube channel. I have videos about these classes. Thank you so much and hope to see you next week, guys. Thank you for being here.
Okay, thank
Thank
you,
you
John.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye-bye.